Music. You're writing music and trying out your riffs and licks to see how they sound. You're also trying to think if that beat sounds just right. You're also trying to find a record company to sign with. You are also trying to find a studio to work in and a producer. You need a room to play in and write your music for your next album. You're playing with your instrument to make those riffs. You want to make a vision of what the record will sound like, if you want those drums to sound tight or more acoustic, or if you want your singer to have effects in his or her voice. Do you want effects on your guitar and bass, or you want the guitars to go straight into the amp with nothing in between? You also want to know how you are going to play the song. Film. You create a script for the movie. You create the buzz, as in maybe talking to someone about a new movie. You have to make the movie in the budget that makes it available to be produced. You have to make sure the parts in the script are affordable, figure out what it will cost to make. You need a director who will direct the sets and review screenplay and see all the things done in the film. Gather a crew who will be happy to film. Program effects and other things in the film. You also need all your equipment that will be used to make the film. You will have to get good actors, and you need a rehearsal for each scene. You have to write a script treatment also. You have the EFP team who operate the lighting, audio, and video recording and the camcorder. Non-technical production people are the people who are directors, producers, and the talent. The pre-production crew plan out the production. This includes producers, directors, writers, art director, and technical directors. In larger films, this will also include choreographers and composer for the soundtrack. There is the chief engineer who is in charge of the budget. There's the executive producer who looks after managing the budget, coordinates with the investors and management, advertisement companies, and the talent. There's the producers who are responsible for all personnel on the set and coordinates the technical and non-technical elements of the production. The writers write out and plan the script. This job is the one that lets you create how you want the film to go. How do these tasks compare to each other or differ for each other in each type of media? In music, you are making a new album that should blow people's minds. In film, you want a movie that will be remembered as a classic. What are some reasons for similarities and differences? In music, you want to be creative for the new album. You want a new album to sound good so people will come to the shows you play. You want them interested. In film, you want people to go to theaters and watch a great movie. You want them to buy the DVD, Blu-ray, or VHS of the movie. You want them to keep the movie in their minds forever. Who does these tasks? For music, you need the band, of course. You need a producer and a record company and a studio. For film, you need a crew, cast, director, producers, and a studio. Production. For music, you are now recording. You have your recording engineer who is controlling the mixing board and listening to the recording. The producer is responsible for anything to be added to the music. And if they feel changes in style is needed in the music, then they could change it. The budget for the entire album is supplied by the record label. The producer also books extra vocalists for the album, rents a studio to work in. Once everything has been recorded, the mixing starts. The studio is where you record your music. For film, you have now started to record and act. The crew and cast must be familiar with the shooting schedule. All shooting gear must be available for the whole production. There must be a production schedule, which is a calendar in which says all the activities scheduled. The director is now directing the set to make everything run smoothly. The studio and field producers are at work too. The studio producer takes care of all the studio work, while the field producer takes care of all the field work. The associate director helps out the director during the actual production. They do the timing, and in multi-camera productions, they call for effects. The associate producer assists the producer in all production matters. They usually do all the production coordination jobs. The production assistant helps the producer and director in the actual production. Usually they take notes from the producer or director during rehearsal for the crew to fix before the final recording. The talent act or perform in the production. The choreographer makes all the movements for the talent. The floor persons have started to build the sets in the studios, and the floor manager is making sure they do that right. The property manager takes care of all the property and the props used in the film. The chief engineer is in charge of running all the technical stuff. The assistant chief engineer helps the chief engineer with all the technical stuff. The technical director makes sure all of the technical setup is right. The lighting director makes sure that the light is just right for the scene. The director of photography is single camera productions takes care of the lighting and filming. Camera operator operates the cameras during production. The video operator controls the controls of the camera, and the video recorder operates the video recorders during the production. The audio tech sets up microphones for the production. The maintenance engineer takes care of maintaining all the technical equipment. There is a red light up on top of the door in the studio that means if it is turned on that there is something being filmed in the studio. For post-production, in music you have finished recording and the mixers are mixing your band to make everything sound perfect. The producer is helping you choose what to call your album. The albums are being set into compact discs and are being sold. The producer does less work than the producer of a film. Instead, they schedule times for the studio. They can help you find out what you want your album to sound like. They put on the album onto iTunes. To promote the new CD, the band is now playing live shows to promote the band or promote the new album. The radio stations are playing the new songs that are on the album to get people pumped up for the new album. The record company makes mostly all of the money from the albums being sold. In film, the parts are put together. This music is added to the film. The special effects are added to the film by the effects people. Everything is being edited. The sound team is putting effects into the film. That means that the big explosion sounds and gunshots are being added. Oh, and don't forget the broken bones. They have also started. After everything has been edited to put everything together to make one film, one beautiful film. Now the movie is done and being played at movie theaters all over the world. But now the film is ready for everyone to watch.